And David Baye here from MuscularDevelopment.com here in South Florida, Fort Lauderdale, for the 2013 NPC National Championships. Hanging out here with lightweight competitor Martae Ruelas. Martae, solid year for you so far. Third place at the USA's, and that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was your first national show.
Yes, that definitely was my first national show. It's great to step on stage.
Yeah, and anybody who's competed at a national level or any level knows that you know, when you get to your first national level show, just hoping you do well is kind of the goal. So to walk away not only top 5, top 3, you know, it definitely impressive. What did you do to qualify for the USA's? You know, how'd you get into bodybuilding? You know, let some of the guys at MuscularDevelopment.com know what you did before you know, before coming into the national scene.
Before the national scene, I had to qualify, and I did the Lonnie Teeper show. The West Coast, the BMR West Coast Classic, and I took second overall in that show, winning my weight class over there, and it was a nice journey onto USA's.
So you got some points for some votes for the overall at that show?
When I looked at the score tally, they had me as a lightweight, 2s all across the board.
Oh, okay.
And I was shocked by that.
Well, yeah, anybody that's been to even, you know, regional level shows, anything, knows how difficult it is for, you know, some of the, you know, no disrespect to the guys in the smaller weight classes, but usually you're seeing, you know, your light heavyweights, your heavyweights, sometimes your middleweights. So for you know, for a lightweight to be second across the board in an overall at a big show like that, definitely impressive. But you know, when you go to the USA's a week later and get third place, I think that's you know, that's definitely something to, you know, hang your head high with. So you know, coming into the national championships, you know, you had about 5 months between, or excuse me, about 4 months between the USA's and nationals. Obviously placing third place at the USA's, the judges liked your look. You were right there, you know, pushing for a top spot. You know, talked to some people, thought, hey, maybe he could have been a little bit higher. You know, that's the way it goes at the national level. Talk to us a little bit about your preparation for the nationals. You know, 5 months, you know, as I've talked with some of the other guys, is a tricky time period getting ready for a show. You really don't have enough time to go into a full off-season mode, but there is some time to make changes.
There's time to make changes, but I think the greatest aspect is mental. Your mentality, my mentality for this whole prep for this show has been refreshed. You have to look at it from a point of view to where you're doing a new show again, and you have to look at it like that, because if you start looking at it as one big long thing, they start lumping together, and you might get burnt out, demotivated, and whatnot. So a fresh beginning always, whenever you prep.
Oh, that's a really good way to look at it. I haven't had anybody, you know, kind of put it like that. You know, most guys talk, I did one show, started getting ready for the next. But yeah, it's definitely good for your head to say this show's in the books, it's done, just going to start over and focus on something else. So you know, coming into the nationals, again, being a top 3 guy at the USA's, we all know that top 2 get their pro card here, and the guy that took first at the USA's is out. So you know, everybody's going to be looking for you to hopefully sneak into that top 2 spot and walk away here as an IFBB pro. So I know for myself and everybody at MuscularDevelopment.com, best of luck with that. We're going to have him hit some poses here when we wrap up this video. He was posing here a little bit before. No offense to you, but man, we're doing our interviews. You know, we got some of the super heavyweight guys and the heavyweight big names here at check-ins, and you know, when he's offside hitting a couple poses for our photographer John, I'm like, man, we got to get this guy on video. He looks crazy. So and there's Adina back there taking pictures of us. So also very impressed with this guy's conditioning. So we're gonna wrap this up. I know you got to go get your spray tan on and get some food in you. He's been waiting for a while to do this interview. So thank you for hanging out. We really appreciate it. All right, guys, this is David Baye with Martae Ruelas at the 2013 NPC Nationals for MuscularDevelopment.com.